All right. So this is my third place run. I'm doing commentary for Flame Fatale Submission. So, oh jeez. All right. So this is any percent. Um, this any percent does allow out of bounds. So what we're seeing here at the first is just part of the ultimate category. I start with a dash, a double jump, and what is called the crescent slash. Those are abilities you typically would get from killing your allies instead of choosing to unlock them as characters. So, ultimate mode kind of allows me to have both. I have all the abilities and I unlock all the characters. This first level is pretty standard. There's not a whole lot difference between this. Well, there's no difference between this and the no out of bounds category, because Zangetsu isn't, for the most part, is not capable of going out of bounds on his own. There are some instances, but they're few and far between. And so here you saw that I started a charge attack while going up those stairs. That way I didn't have to stop to do the attack. Most charge attacks will start while I'm in the air to preserve momentum so I don't have to stop while swinging. Alright. And this first boss is pretty straightforward. I'm going to be doing a series of charge slashes. And the charge slashes are... I'll be doing these double hits on the boss by moving quickly through the boss... with the charge slash through the boss hitbacks. So, this will have 5 double hits. Or... Okay. So, that wasn't actually a perfect one, but it was pretty good. I missed one of the double... I missed one of the double hits there, which required me to do 1 extra charge slash. And you can hear me there saying, "Oh, I was on good pace." It was probably less than a 1 second time loss, but you know, when you're going for these top times, those matter. So here is Miriam. So she does Zangetsu's abilities are only in Zangetsu, so most of the run is him. Miriam comes into use for 2 things. One is she can jump higher, which is what allows us to jump over doors and skip those transitions. Oh my god, I didn't realize I was talking about my Dungeons and Dragons character this early on the run with a friend of mine. So here you see, just that's the first use of going over the doors. It's essentially saves the time of the door opening and closing animations. Some of them are very easy, some of them are a little hard. Like, I think I missed this one here. Oh, no, I got it. Okay. And in certain rooms, this one included, the pattern here for jumping through this water is different because I'm moving quicker after the room loads compared to being stuck in the door anime. That was actually a little mistake there. Yeah, here's just some double jumps, some charge slashes. And here I do like the backward charge slash to avoid hitting the purple lanterns, which the purple lanterns always contain new different sub-weapons. We don't see the big out-of-bounds tricks until level 4. And that's where it really ramps up. There I missed the door clip. And here it's just some double jumps and charge slashes. And then here with Miriam, the other thing she is really good for in the run is this axe. The axe is in ultimate mode, it's pretty much only used to fight bosses. So I'm pretty sure I get the quick kill in this run. If I don't, then dude, I have a lot of time to save. Yeah, for this quick kill, you're going to see I'm going to start a charge slash, jump. As I double jump, I will throw the charm down. Okay, yeah, I got it. This icicle is going to fall on my head. I'm going to jump forward, throw another charm, and then spam axe swings. This last axe swing. Oh, nope, I didn't get the quick kill. Dang, okay. I should get this back up here. Yeah. So I probably lost 3 or 4 seconds there. But that's a quick backup. Really what went wrong there is I missed one of my... I didn't get the multi-hit on the... Oh, 2 things. I didn't get the multi-hit on the charge slash, and I missed a few of the little jabs under the ice because my positioning was off. This is Alfred. He is mage. He has pretty much no jump height. But he has 4 spells. We're only going to see 2. Right now what he has equipped is fire, and that won't come into use until the final stage. About halfway through the level, we're going to pick up ice, and then that ice spell is probably one of the most important things in the run. Utilizing his ice spell well. And this room's really this room was a bit hard to learn. You have to throw that charm. Oh, okay. Yeah, the charm was supposed to block the arrows, much like they do here, which allows me to jump there without having to use the fire spell to block the arrows. I'm just safe. Then ice here allows us to freeze him and jump on him to go faster, essentially. It prevents me from having to go down to another room and around. And this is a room where the skipping the door transition is actually significant because it spikes start at a higher position. So we're able to get through this a little bit quicker. Oh, that was close. Don't think I get the heart in this. Oh, I do get the heart. Dang, had I skipped that heart, it wouldn't have been a tie. Okay. This fight it's tough, but it's very straightforward. I'm going to do 1 charge slash and then 3 ice shots, ice spells, and then when something is frozen in ice, it takes double damage from this attack, which makes ice hits double damage. And another important part about this fight is he actually has too much health, and if I only do the charge slash and then the 3 ice axe combos, the boss actually won't die. The way I do it is slightly... I'm talking over myself. It is slightly slower, but just by not even a quarter of a second to swing the axe towards the stack of coins, because each coin you destroy, I think, deals 1 damage to the boss, or maybe a fraction of a damage to the boss. I'm sure in the numbers. But the reason I swing away from the boss on the first axe swing is so I take up enough coins to guarantee the boss dies. The quote unquote harder strat. Oh, you see there, the sub weapon candles will, if the mistakes in this round. If Gebel, the vampire character, hits a purple lantern, instead of a sub weapon drop, it just drops a large potion. So you'll see that a few times throughout the run. And also, his ability, he doesn't have sub weapons necessarily. He will just, his ability is always turn to a bat and fly. All right, here's the first major skip. I freeze those wolves, turn into a bat, go into the ice and drop, and it pushes me through the floor. and that pushes us straight into the boss room. That skips probably about 2/3 of the map, the stage, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna freeze both heads, swing, and then swing at the axe for double damage, and then one more axe, not requiring the ice, takes out both heads. And then here I'm going to use a charge slash for anywhere from 1 to 4 hits, hopefully 4, but it's usually I got 2 there. So I'm gonna freeze, so the next charge slash does double damage, and then from here it's the boss should die fairly quickly. Yeah. And going to the left platform is not a style choice necessarily. It's the fire the fire attack actually does, I think, twice as much damage as if you hit the dragon's body or the head hitbox. So the reason I didn't die there is because I wasn't taking fire damage for every hit. I was taking less damage, and that allows me to take advantage of those iframes to boss. And here, this is the first use of Demon Essence. It only increases damage by 1, so I believe the sword does 4 damage, and with the Demon Essence does 5, which is enough to kill those squids in 1 hit. Otherwise, they would take 2. Okay. Now you see we have the Boomerang Rapier with Miriam here. And it is pretty much exclusively for out of bounds glitch. You're going to see that in the next room here. Didn't do that door clip right. Alright, so here I'll switch to Zangetsu. I will jump. At the peak of Zangetsu's jump, I throw a rapier and then freeze it. Then I throw another rapier underneath it, freeze that. And so I clip underneath the first block of ice. And then I land on the second block. And that allows me to clip into the wall as the bat with using its dash ability. And then I will fall into view here. Pick up another jar of sub weapon so I can activate Demon Essence. And I did almost mess up my positioning there and end up in one room too far left. All right, here's another similar to the first clip. It's a bit more precise, and honestly, like, I to this day am surprised that it worked that way, but we take those. In this boss, since we have very little sub-weapon ammo, we're primarily depending on the charge slashes. And we're going to see double hits here. Oh, that was actually very, yeah. So it was 3 double hits after. It was just a good boss fight. Really relies on those charge slash double hits. Very fast. If you saw my no out of bounds run, it's significantly different since we have, and that's definitely a flashing light warning there. I probably should have said that beforehand, but I didn't think about it. So yeah, this run gets accepted. We'll definitely have to put a flashing warning there. Ooh, 18-2. That was a good. That was a really good level 5. It was probably the best level 5 I've done up to that point. Here's just some basic platforming, dashing, double jumps where necessary. And here we see the Power Glove. It is essentially a permanent demon Oh, that door. It is a permanent demon essence boost. There are some exceptions. It doesn't boost everything, but it boosts most damage. And here's a fun room. It's just a matter of using Miriam to get the extra height, then double jumping as Zangetsu to climb up as fast as possible. That wouldn't be possible without Miriam's extra height on her jump. Then here is another door clip, which I like this one a lot because you can land on the geometry within the door and then jump on, and you're able to skip the stairs that way. I believe I get what I call the bad clip. Oh no, I've been getting good clips. So that essentially there is just using Zangetsu's double jump to push himself into the floor, and then using Gebel's extra height from turning into a bat, to push me all the way through the floor. And I have a yeah, the cats in that room have two patterns, and one I call good RNG, and the other called bad RNG. That was the good RNG, but it doesn't affect speed. It just affects difficulty. As okay, you're gonna go up these stairs. You're gonna see me do a double hit on this armor, kill it instantly. The next one we just double jump over. All right, and this boss, similar to level 5, except we have more sub weapons. So this is very RNG dependent based on where the parasols or umbrellas, I'm not sure, I want to say parasol, where they spawn. That was not good RNG. As you see here, I'm using the chain whip while I could have been getting double hits here this whole time. I should have been. Yeah, like I'm saying there, not amazing, but it was good enough. That could have been better. I could have been getting double hits instead. That's okay. I guess I forgot to mention all the bosses have these little enrage moments, except for level 4. So they can't actually. They yeah, I didn't want to look at my splits during this run because I knew I was close to third. Um, and you can't actually die to those. I play Final Fantasy 14, so I call them enrage mechanics. They can't actually kill you outside of boss rush mode. But if you succeed, but they look cool to succeed, and you get a 1-up for succeeding. All right, here's an same concept as level 5, throwing and freezing 2 rapiers to clip through the floor and then through the wall. And the armor I just picked up just reduces all damage I take by 1. And yeah, this we clip way out of bounds. Like we just skipped we just skipped about 80% of the level, I want to say. Oh, I froze it here. I'm sure I can figure out how to do that room a bit more optimally. It looks sloppy. This room has, your typical Mega Man disappearing, reappearing block puzzles, but we just use Gebel to jump over it. We don't care. And then once we get up here, we will smack this wall for an extra potion. And then we have two more rooms before we get to the boss door. Stairs, please. Yeah. All right, that's a good time to talk about that. Every staircase has the potential to there are dead pixels essentially in every staircase, where if you land there, you will fall right through the staircase no matter what. And that was an example of that. This boss, right there, you see we get a double hit. And then, I'm a little slow here, but that's okay. So we get a double hit with the charge slash. Oh wow, that was okay. That was okay. That could have been better, but it was still a 1 cycle. So you saw there, we got a double hit with charge slash, and then switched to 3 ice axe, and then just proceeded to smack the boss until it dies. So this level's a lot of fun because it's a lot of technical movement. It uses all 4 characters, and the boss fight's fun. It's just a good level, and the sub weapon management's important. There's just a lot to it. Okay, and then here we're switching to the fire spell, as you'll see in a bit. This, I don't know if they're insects or like some kind of miasma. I don't know exactly what what it's supposed to be canonically. Oh, there. So instead of going down all those stairs, just fall to the bottom, and then we hold up once we get to the last section of the staircase to go, because you fall past the loading zone, and then you climb up the stairs into the loading zone. As you can see here, the fire, like I was mentioning, will allow me to move through whatever this is. And these little guys, we just take these out with a double hit charge slash. Here we are when I switch back to from the charm to ball and chain, because ball and chain is very important for the boss fight. Go up here, jump over the door. This is just a basic platforming section, which, we just completely outrun the rising miasma. I'm gonna call it miasma. We just completely outrun it. And those guys are actually a bit of a pain, but in ultimate mode, just charge slash, ball and chain, get through it. This room looks a lot harder than it is. Really, the trick is just kind of hold right, swing at the frogs as they get in your way, and go. It's that room takes a lot less thought than it would look like. Get the 1-up for luck. All right. It's a very good time. All right. So this is the final boss. So we start with two ball and chain hits while we're charging our charge slash, and then we use the fire damages the boss over time, which allows us to kill her faster, and same thing, it protects us from this miasma that she summons. Yep, okay. First phase, very fast. Now this is the final phase, the final boss, and then you'll see on my splits, the second I get the last hit in, the splits will stop. So what we do here is we interchange double jump charge slash and double jump ball and chain hits. And while we're doing the ball and chain hits, we're charging our charge slash. And here we use the fire to protect us from these projectiles. And there's a little bit of RNG there because we want to get it's a 50-50 chance per projectile to drop a small potion. There it is. That's the run. That put me in 3rd place, and yeah. And I could really clean that up. Yeah, if this is accepted, I'm definitely going to be practicing more and probably get that time down significantly. I'll be... and that's me looking at the wrong leaderboard. Yeah, I tied 3rd, so... yeah, definitely some improvement can be made there, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. That, so yeah, God, this actually makes me want to get in and improve that time a lot now that I'm really watching and doing the commentary on it. Yeah, 2241. You can hear I'm a little distressed because I know I could have done so many things better. I mean, like, I'm gonna go. That's the run. Yeah. Thanks for taking the time to watch it and listen to me ramble on about it. Love to be in another Fatals event because I had such a good time last time. So, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it. Hope to talk to all of you soon. All right, goodbye.